Have you ever had a family pet that you consider to be part of your family? I know that I have. I have a chocolate lab named Copper, and I cannot imagine animal testing being used on him. Animal testing is cruel and inhumane and should be done away with completely. Today I'm going to talk to y'all about what animal testing is, why it should be not used, how you can help stop animal testing, and alternatives to animal testing. To start things off, I'm going to talk to y'all about what animal testing is and why it should not be allowed. There are estimated 26 million animals used every year in the United States alone for development of medical treatments, to check safety procedures, all sorts of stuff are used for animal testing. Animals go through cruel and inhumane treatment while undergoing these testings. According to the U.S. Department of Ag in 2010, that 97,123 animals suffered pain during experiments. Animals are actually very different from humans. So why would you use one species for testing that is completely different from another species? Paul Furlong, professor of clinical neuroimaging at Aston University, states it's very hard to create an animal module that even equates closely to what we are trying to achieve in the human. Animal testing is very wrong and sadly happens around the world. 95% of animals used in experiments are not protected by the Federal Animal Welfare Act, and this excludes birds, rats, mice, and all cold-blooded animals such as snakes, lizards, fish. In 2010, Minnesota used more cats for testing than any other state, 2,703. New Jersey used the most dogs, 6,077. And Massachusetts used the most primates, 7,458, according to the U.S. Department of Ag. Now I'm going to share with y'all a poem called Imprisoned by Emily that shows the sadness of what animals have to go through. Heartless hands reach for me, always trapped in a cage with a lock and no key, waiting for my next dose that could end my life. This was not the life I hoped for, not one with strife. They take me into a room that is dark. In this room, many things have left many marks. I am falling into a dreamless sleep. I fear no one can wake me from a sleep this deep. I know for sure something's not right. I cannot find a stray hint of light.
Oh.
So, as you can tell by now, animal testing is sad. You may be wondering what are some ways that you can help stop animal testing. Some of these ways would be to talk to your family or friends about animal testing and hopefully get them on the bandwagon to not support it as well. The second thing is for you to tell the companies that use animal testing for their products to stop it. You have to let your voice be heard. The third thing to do is contact Frances S. Collins, Director of the National Institutions of Health, and explain why you're against it. She's the one that's over all the animal testing in the United States. She's the CEO over it. So contact her, and if enough people do it, then you may be heard. Some other alternatives that you could do is buy animal-free testing products. So especially girls with makeup, a lot of products like mascara, eyeshadow, eyeliner are used for animal testing. So whenever you go to Walmart and pick up something, just make sure that it's animal testing free. The second thing is educate your family and friends about animal testing, where they can do the same thing about the not buying animal testing products. And the third thing is for you to donate to charities where they can help shut down animal testing. So another thing that y'all might be wondering is if we no longer use animal testing, how are we going to know what products are good for us and what products are bad for us? In today's age of technology and science, there has been numerous alternatives to this. One of these ways is in-glass testing. According to scientific alternatives to animal testing, a progress report studying cell structures in a petri dish can produce more relevant results than animal testing because human cells can be used. So instead of using animal cells, actually human cells are used, which is better. The second thing is that can be used as an alternative is microdosing. This is the administrating of doses too small to cause adverse reactions. So human volunteers go donate their blood, and they can use this instead of animal blood. The last thing is computer modules. such as virtual reconstruction of human molecular structures, can predict the toxics of substances without invasion experiments of animals according to alternatives to animal experimenting. So the worst thing that y'all could do is, after hearing this speech, is to not listen to the word I say and continue to do everything. I encourage y'all all to make sure you're buying animal-free testing products and educating everybody about it. So today I talked to you about what animal testing is and why it should not be used, how there are alternatives to animal testing, and why it shouldn't be used. So next time you're purchasing something, make sure that it's animal free. And now I'm going to leave you with a short message from Paul McCartney. If every cosmetic tested on rabbits or mice had a photo on the packing showing these animals with blood sockets or puffy eyes, then maybe people would finally leave cruelty behind.